Hi my friends, welcome to the channel English Professionally, and this video is especially for you. So it's 17 English tenses tasks, really. So you'll see 17 tasks on English tenses, which are very important for your grammar skills. And really, it's a very important English grammar practice. So not only theory, but practice with English tenses. Okay, very good. So, what do you need to do? You need to choose the correct sentence and explain why it is correct. So, choose the correct sentence and explain. So not only choosing, but you need to explain. And you need to explain why it is correct. Okay, so really good idea. So two things: choose the correct sentence and explain why it is correct. So you'll see simple tasks and more difficult tasks or more difficult ones. Okay, so my brother learned English very intensively, or my brother learns English very intensively. What are you choosing? Okay, so you have some time to think if you need. So the correct answer is my brother learns English very intensively. So I think that you know this rule, that if we're talking about present simple, if we're talking about present simple, so we say verb plus s if it's he, she, or it. If it's he, she, or it. So my brother, it means he. We say he learns, So my brother learns English very intensely. Okay, so it's easy, but next so you'll see more difficult tasks. Okay, so the first task is very easy. But anyway, so the second task. Is he agree or does he agree? So which sentence is correct and why? I know that people often make mistakes, when they try to say it. So really, which statement is correct? So you need to say, does he agree? Why? So there is a rule, and I think that you know this rule, So there is a rule, a very important rule. So if there is a verb in the present simple, if there is a verb in present simple, yes, it's a present simple, so you don't use the form to be. You don't use the form to be. I mean, it's is, am, or are, So if it's a statement, so it's verb or verb plus s, okay? So if it's a negative sentence, so it's don't or doesn't plus verb. If it's a question, it's do or does. So if you have a verb, so agree is a verb. So and we use does with he, she, it. So does he agree? So it's a very important rule. Okay, good. Next, so 3. Everyone do it or everyone does it. So which one is correct? And why? So the right answer is this one, Everyone does it. So you need to remember, my friend, that everyone, if you're talking everyone, so everyone, and not only about everyone, so someone, Yeah, so what else? Someone, everybody, everybody, somebody, somebody. What else? Who? It means he, she, it. It means he, she, it. He, she, it. Okay? So he, she, it, and if it's he, she, it, so he does it, she does it. For example, no one, yeah, no one and nobody also, yeah? So no one and nobody, So no one, look, no one know or no one knows. No one knows. Because it means he, she, it in English. No one knows it. No one knows it, yeah? So students often make mistakes with these things, okay? So everyone does it. So yeah, the next one. So the news seem good or the news seems good, okay? So what are you choosing? What are you choosing, really? Okay, so you need to choose. The news seems good. Okay? So the problem is, really, the problem is that news in English is singular. It means one thing, yeah? One thing. It's singular, it's one thing, okay? So, yeah, you see as, but it's one thing, it's an exception. It's an exception, it's an exception. And if it's one thing, it means it. It means it. Okay? It. And we say it seems good, so the news seems good. Okay? Well, next. So, 5. Their knowledge is basic, or their knowledge are basic. Okay? So, which sentence is correct? So, we say the knowledge is basic, so it's the same thing. You need to know that knowledge is singular, it means one in English, and if it's one, it means it, and we say it is, so it is basic. So knowledge is singular, so you need to remember it. So then knowledge is basic. Good. Next, does she happy? Is she happy? Okay? So, which sentence is correct? Is she happy? Okay, so I think that you know, yeah, the right answer, but how can you explain it? So why only these? Why only these answers? So yeah, is she happy? So there is a rule. So if we don't have a verb, in a sentence, in present simple, we need to use the form of to be, okay? So if we don't have a verb in present simple, if we don't have a verb in a sentence, yeah, in present simple, we need to use the form of to be. They need to use, yeah, the form of to be, okay? We need to use the form of to be, to be. So it's am, is, or are. Am, is, or are, yeah? So we can't say she happy, yeah? So we don't have a verb, and we say she is happy, and actually it's the same story in the question. So is she happy? So a very important role, Okay, so 7. I hate you now, or I'm hating you now. Yeah, so you see it's about now. Yeah, so which answer is correct? Okay, you need to choose this one. I hate you now, yeah? You may ask a question, yeah? So it's now, and you know if it's now, we use present continuous. We use present continuous, but you see, I hate you now, present simple here. How can it be? The thing is that we don't use present continuous with some verbs, yeah? So we don't use present continuous. We don't use present continuous with some verbs, yeah, such as hate, want, yeah, want, understand, yeah, you know, and some others, yeah. So you can't say it, okay? So I hate you now, yeah, yeah. So for example, yeah, for example, okay, I want to tell you this thing now, or I'm wanting to tell you this thing now. Look, I want to tell you this thing now, or I'm wanting to tell you this thing now, yeah? So it's about now, but we don't use want in present continuous, so no, yeah? And so we need to choose this one, this sentence. I want to tell you this thing now, okay? Good. Next. So who knows it? Nobody? Or who does know it? Nobody. Okay? So you know that we often use do or does. We often use do or does. For example, what do you think? What do you think? Okay? So what do you think? Yeah? But if we look at the sentence with who, yeah? So if we look at the present simple, so we don't need to use do or does. So no, do, or does. For example, if the answer is, for example, who knows it? He. Who knows it? She. If we have this answer, yeah. So you see that we don't use do or does. Okay, so who can have two meanings. So the first situation. So who knows it? Who knows it? For example, he. And the second situation. Who do you know? Who do you know? Him. It means I know him. I know him. I know him. Okay? I know him. Yeah, and let me give you one more example. So, for example, who eats mice? Who eats mice? So one mouse, but many mice. Yeah, who eats mice? Cats. Or who do cats eat? Who do cats eat? Mice. Okay, mice. Okay, so who eats mice? Who? Cats. And who do cats eat? Mice. Okay, and we need to say who knows it? Nobody. Good. So the next, yeah, question. What seems to you? Or what does it seem to you? Good. Yeah, it's a difficult question. So what are you choosing? The right answer is what seems to you. Yeah. So we usually use do or does. Usually do or does. For example, what do you know about it? What do you know? What do you know about it? Okay. So you see, what do you know about it? Yeah. What do you think about it? What do you know about it? What do you think about it? So, but maybe, yeah, you have a question. So why can we say so? What seems to you? The thing is that you have a subject here. you have a subject in this question. So you have a subject. You have a subject. You have a subject in this question. You have a subject in this question. And if you look at this sentence, what seems to you, so you don't have a subject. So the answer is, for example, the answer is what seems to you. For example, yeah, nothing bad, nothing bad, nothing bad, or nothing, for example, strange, and it's a subject, and it's a subject. So the thing is that we don't have a subject here. We don't have a subject here, so we don't need do or does. Okay, so we don't have a subject. We don't have a subject here, so we don't need so do or does. Do or does. Okay, we don't need we don't need does. We don't need does. Yeah. Okay, so this actually we see the subject in the answer, nothing bad. What if we look at this question? So what do you think? So we see this subject. Okay, what seems to you? Next, so then, who helped you? Or who did help you? Okay? So really, what is right? Who helped you or who did help you? Okay, it's the same story. It's the same story with who, yeah? It's the same story with who. So we don't, so no did in past simple. So no do does in present simple. If the answer is, for example, if the answer is who helped you, for example, my friend, so my friend, or he, they, so no did. So for example, who knew that, so who understood that, but we can have another question. Look, who did you help? Who did you help? For example, him. It means that I helped him. So different meanings. So who helped you? Okay, well done. So 11. How long do you learn English? Or how long have you been learning English? Okay, I think that this one is easier. So 1 or 2, or this one. So you need to say, how long have you been learning English? Yes, so I hope that you remember that we talked about it. So if you have how long, so it's a signal. It's a signal that you need to use. So present perfect continuous. It's a signal that you need to use present perfect continuous. So yeah, these questions are very common in English. So how long have you been, for example, how long have you been working here? How long have you been, for example, teaching English? And I can answer, for example, for 3 years. For 3 years, okay? So how long? Yeah, normally we use present perfect continuous, okay? So this structure, how long have subject been plus verb plus ing for 3 years, okay? So how long have you been learning English? Next, how long have you been here? Or how long have you been here? So really, so there is only one correct sentence. So which one is it? Which one is it? Okay, so really, what are you choosing? So the right answer is, how long have you been here? So why can't we say it? Yeah, we talked about it, that if you have how long, yeah, I think that you remember my words. I said that we normally, So we normally use. Yeah. So we normally use what? We normally use present perfect continuous. Present perfect continuous. Yeah. You see. So how long have you, for example, been? How long have you been working there? Yeah. So and we have ing. But you need to know that some verbs, English verbs, don't have a continuous form. So normally we some English verbs, yeah, English, it's a capital letter. Some English verbs don't have a continuous form. A continuous form, okay? And yeah, for example, be or no, yeah, so we can't say it, yeah. And so you need to use present perfect instead. And you use present perfect instead. And so is present perfect. How long have you been here? Good. Very good. So the next one. So he said he will come on time, or he said he would come on time. Okay? So you see that it's about future. And normally we use will plus verb. Okay, so what are you choosing? But the right answer is that he said he would come on time. So why? Why is it so? The thing is that we call it future in the past. Future in the past. Okay, future in the past. So if it's in the past, past simple, and then you use future, so he said it's past simple, we change will to would. For example, you said that you'll be very happy, or you'll be very glad actually to watch new videos on this channel. You said that you would be very glad to watch new videos on this channel. Okay, so you said that you would be very glad, so it's in past simple, so we have that, yeah, or it means that, yeah, you would be very glad to watch new videos. So it's called indirect speech, or it's also called reported speech. So you said that you would be very glad to watch new videos. Okay, good. So 14, he's being criticized now, or he is criticized now. So what are you choosing? So it's about passive voice, yeah. So when it's done by someone, yes, so it's about present simple. When it's done by someone, for example, it's made in China. It's made in China. Or for example, these goods are produced in China. It means in China, it means that someone produces, it's something that someone produces these goods in China. Okay, so if you see it's made in China, it means by someone or something, maybe the factory. Okay, by something. Okay, and so what are you choosing? But you need to choose this one. So he's been criticized now. The thing is that it's passive voice, So it's passive voice present simple, but we also have passive voice, passive voice present continuous. But we also have passive voice present continuous if it's now, and we form it this way: am is are plus, so plus verb, no, not plus verb, plus being, plus, and plus past participle, plus past participle, or we also call it the third form. So what is the third form? It's like go, went, gone. Yeah, gone is the third form. So you need to use passive voice present continuous because of now, yeah. And so he is being criticized. It's so it's past participle. He's been criticized now. Next, I knew the earth is round. I knew the earth was round. Okay. So it's about the past, you see. So I knew it's about the past. It's about the past. And we usually say, yeah, for example, I knew he was right, yeah. I knew he was right. I knew he was right, yeah. So I knew he was right. But we have another situation here, because the right sentence is I knew the earth is round. The thing is that this fact is always true. So this fact is always true, yeah. So our earth is round. So I knew the earth is round. Okay. 16. I've a cat, yeah. Some people think it's a short form of I have, yeah. Or she's been criticized. She's been criticized. So what are you choosing? So, right, we can say I have a cat, or I have got a cat. I have got a cat. It's so, and you can also use a short form. I've got a cat. But you can't say I've a cat. We can't say so. It's incorrect. No, my friends, no. And you need to say so it is incorrect, and automatically this sentence is correct. So what is it? It's passive voice. It's passive voice present perfect. It's passive voice present perfect. So have or has plus been plus past participle. Okay, good. So you see, actually, so she's been criticized. She's been criticized. Has, she's, it means she has been criticized. So it's passive voice. Very good. Okay, so very good. So next, do you know how did it work? Or do you know how it worked? Okay, so how will you ask it? We usually say, for example, how did it happen? Yeah, so how did it work? How did it work? Yeah, right. But the thing is that this sentence is correct. So we call it indirect. We call it indirect question. Yeah, we call it an indirect question. So you see, so if there is something before a question, so we use the correct word order. Okay, so rule. So we have a rule. If there is something before a question, for example, like do you know, yeah, do you think, yeah, or tell me, if there is something before a question, so we use the correct word order. So subject and verb. subject and verb. Okay, so subject plus verb. So do you know how it worked? Okay, so my friends, so really that's all. So I'm really happy that I prepared so this amazing 17 English tasks, yeah, on English tenses for you. And so if you like the idea of this video and this video, you can put a like. Thanks a lot, and so thanks a lot for your support, and I'm looking forward to comments, yeah, to feedback. Thank you very much, and I really appreciate it. Okay, good luck, my friends. See you. Bye.